Hello and welcome back to another Wingspan tournament game. This is again of the BB tournament series with no rules, many games being played with the intent to collect data to determine whether house rules are necessary. I'm playing against a famous one, Visme, and this is my opening hand, and this is the tray. The bad news is I'm going second. This means that I'm probably seeing only the real lights of the lorikeet, because I expect my opponent to pick it. So let's have a brief look at this before. That's both actually good bonus cards. I'm not going to pick the goose, I'm not going to pick the cormorant. I might want warbler, kingbird and or sandhill crane. Sandhill crane is a good point generation towards the end. These two birds qualify for the round goal, which is not too bad. But overall, the opening hand is very, very weak. I think I keep those and try and see where I can get with it. And I think the viticulturalist is a good thing to keep. Yeah, as expected, Visme grabs the lorikeet, which suggests that I can get value off my kingbird if I play it now, because it's very likely for my opponent to play a forest bird real soon. And also, in general, the kingbird has become a little bit better with the OE expansion, because the forest is so much stronger, so people entirely dodging the forest, that's doesn't happen as often as it did before. So, I might want to pick up the yellow-bellied sapsucker, actually, because it's relevant for my bonus card and it generates extra food. And at the moment I'm not good at generating any extra stuff, so that's probably something I would want. That's also not too bad. It's definitely good for the second. So the question is, when do we get it into play? Because, as I mentioned, we don't have good extra production of anything, which means that also the egg laying action is very mediocre. The center crane is a bit expensive to get it going. We might just pick up the cuckoo, actually. Oh, the robin. It's not the lorikeet. Still a fine bird. Yeah, I think I will want this cuckoo. Stun whitbird also has a cup nest. Oh, maned duck. This means that Visme will do another card draw action. Because maned duck, unfortunately, is absolutely insane. also means that I'll have time to get the cuckoo down. Just a weak consolation because I'll just be beaten up heavily by Maned Duck and Rainbow Lorikeet. Tons of good birds on their side. Not that many on mine. Doesn't draw the Maned Duck. Instead he plays a cowbird. Right, so we're gonna stare at each other and wonder who's going to lay eggs first. I see that. Let's do the fun game. I'll just counter that with my cuckoo, and we'll see who's laying eggs first. It's probably plain wrong to not pick the Maned Duck. He's probably trolling me and laughing at me that I fell for the trick. Probably said to somebody sitting next to him, I'll bet you if I don't take the Maned Duck, he won't do that as well. No, I'm wrong. Then I think I'll be drawing the Maned Duck now. So now it'll be gain food, play bird, lay eggs. Right. Gain food. I'll also have stuff that I can discard. Maybe if he lays eggs now, which he doesn't do. Alright. Then I cannot do my tufted titmouse thingy that I thought about. Do I want this? Maybe I want this. Poland has good food production in any case, and I might have a use for wheat. So the whipbird is probably the better choice than the bonus card bird, which I can still play later on. Maned Duck in combination with a central crane would also provide a very powerful wetlands engine. Not sure if I can get it going. Oh, spotted towhee with crane in the grassland would do that as well. Drawn birds. No actions left. Okay, so this way we tie the round goal. If I lay eggs, I'll be first, he'll be second. And I'll need eggs in any case, so I do that and not pick the towhee, which is a bit painful, but I have 2 extra wheat generators already, so I think that'll be fine. Willy Wagtail. So the interesting birds just keep on coming. Although I think it's not worthwhile drawing that now, because I have Maned Duck and crane to get the party started, so it's probably not necessary. Let's get some food first. And I'm fine with giving away some wheat. They have drone birds and not the willy wagtail. No, there's a feckless lark. Another interesting card that processes wheat. Card that I'm the only person in the whole world who really likes feckless lark, I think. Is it an option to play Maned Duck now? And the crane later on? Possibly here? Just building up some wheat supply with a Maned Duck and then using it later with feckless lark and crane while laying eggs and having a good time? Could be. The problem is also that we're running out of eggs. We might get one egg at some point because the Visme can only play one more bird with the eggs they have. That's a very difficult question about which order to do what. I think I'm not exaggerating with a lark here. That's probably bullshit. I'll just play Maned Duck. Spend this wheat for now. They have drawn feckless lark. How can they be so cruel? But we found bush-tit, another great way to just ignore the egg-laying problem. So we're grabbing that. Could even be an option to combine it with willy wagtail in the forest. But I think this card draw is not reliable enough. I'll just not do it. This will also not be overly helpful, so we just took it. Oh, another interesting bird. But I would be actually fine if my opponent had this and used this, because I can definitely make use of wheat. So, opponent is still happily drawing cards. If I play bush-tit in the wetlands now, draw cards 2 more times, I'll have nectar, wheat, and can play titmouse into warbler here. I think that's fine. And I'm not giving my opponent any eggs on the way, which is probably good. Musk duck and cowbird, they're both not really interesting, so we just took him. Played Teclas Lark. Okay. Very sympathetic. It's, I think, the second player ever to play Teclas Lark against me. Usually I'm the only player playing this. Yeah. Emu. This is a very wheaty game. But I don't think I want to do this. This is a bit too expensive, all of this. Spend a wheat for this, spend this for this. I think this will be 3 points when I play this. I don't like this bonus card, but I'm also not sure if we can get more bites for this. But probably. Usually the birds that you play for this are better than the one for the not many point bird bonus card, which kind of forces you to play bad birds. I mean, not that Bush-tit or Maned Duck would be bad birds, but at some point in the game you might want to play birds that have a higher inherent point value. Hooray! So we grabbed another round goal. This is the new tray. Forces turn great-tit black-throated diver, aka holy diver. We're not really interested. What are we interested in? Mainly and basically we need to get the fourth wetlands bird out. I think first I'm going to draw cards once more because I'll need an egg in any case. Don't need any of those. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not going to use this. I definitely need the egg. I might not need the wheat that urgently. Because I cannot play a bird like this in any case. Yeah, I think I want these birds too much. some forest bird landed. Ah, Gallah. That could mean wheat for me. That's good. This could also mean that I'll have to wait one more turn for things to happen here. And just draw cards once more, this time with egg spending. It's an interesting one. That's not really an interesting one. Discard this, draw this. It's also interesting. So the important thing is to feed our bush tit. And we can tuck another forest card because we cannot play all of them. The 2 berry eaters are good for my bonus card, and I think we have other means to get rid of our wheat, so it's probably not going to be the nutcracker. Or is it? Maybe we don't need the... It leads to bad play patterns in this round, I think. Because we want to have food reserve by the end of the round for the round goal. And when we have that, we don't want to get more food for the next round just to have the nutcracker cache that stuff. So, how do we generate a value? I think I won't be focusing too much on this end of round thing and instead just play the Sandhill Crane. Yeah. Let's get that one down. That looks interesting. So now there is nectar in the tray. Could go and grab some, but nectar is not... I cannot really... I can use this for one forest bird, but I think just getting my card draw point generation engine going is better. Don't think I am going to use any of these. If I manage to find another bush-tit style bird on my next draw step, that would be interesting. Right. I'll definitely do one more card draw step, and then I might get food, or I might not, we'll see. Honey eater. Not interesting. Budgie. Also not very interesting. Bowerbird. Not overly impressive. I don't want to spend any egg. I want to do this. This can be tucked. And this is also not going to be used. So at the moment I'm generating 5 points by just drawing cards. It's probably better than most of the alternatives I have. I need to start tucking more cards in the main duck. So this round goal is probably not going to be ours. This is their last action. That's 7 food. We can only catch up on 3, so we're not doing that. Rather we do continue the happy card drawing. Goldfinch. That's probably an interesting one. Ah, the little feckless lark. That's a bit too late now. That one can go. And we can start tucking more cards. Frigate bird got with all interesting big point thingies. Goldfinch is also interesting, but the bird that it plays will come down only after the last round goal. Still, it's a reasonable thing to play. I would want to get Goldfinch and probably Casson's Finch down. To do that, I'll need to gain food once. Grab these 2 nectar and that's it. No, that's not it. I can use one more, I think. Discount this one. Grab, and also give away wheat. This way. This works. I might even play the Condor for the round goal, but probably just doing another card draw action is better. Also an interesting question about the ordering. I mean, it's obvious that I play the goldfinch first, so that it has the biggest chance to trigger. If I get another wheat, I will also play the other finch right away, because the bonus card might influence my subsequent plays. But if I don't get a free wheat, I might do the card drawing first, because of the order of my birds I have to spend wheat first, and then I gain it back from the main duck. So I don't want to do a card draw action in which I have to skip the central crane, because that costs 2 points, and that's not what I can do here. So we're back. I don't know what happened. I mean, one thing I know, my opponent played a forest bird. Great horned owl. Alright. Even more urgently, I want this now. I want to... I could also overpay this, or overpay the next one, because I cannot win the forest in any case, but I can try to... win the grassland at least. I didn't roll any nectar, that's good for me. Frog in the throat syndrome. So with the food situation resolved, I will probably just play Kessen's Finch right away, and then do 2 counter actions. Yes, like that is fine. That's easy 4 points. 7, 9, 13, that's okay. And then we draw 6 cards. Tuck 5 in the main duck. No, 4 in the main. No, 5 in the main duck, 2 in the bush tit. That's 2, 4, 6.5. Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends a bit on if we have to do something about the round goal. We could play with 1 egg that we will have on the bush tit. We could play 1 more bird. Ah, no, true. They have to do 1 egg laying as well. So we'll see what they'll drop. And with 1 extra wheat, we could play the Godwit, for example. That's here. That would be 2 extra points for this. We could of course also play the California Condor. So let's start with drawing 2 random cards. That's very random. It's also very random. Then let's draw the Godwit. Ah, no. I have to do this. Yeah, I have to do this. Then it's not going to be a Godwit. I don't think that my opponent is going to play another forest bird. If I keep these 2, then I'll have 5 cards next turn, and then I'll waste 1 point. So yeah, I miscalculated. I cannot play that and use Sandhill Crane, so yeah, probably. And Bald Eagle. Yeah, probably they are going to play the last card as well. Then we would tie for the round goal, which is fine, I guess. I mean, if I play the California Condor, I certainly win the round goal, but if it doesn't hit a bonus card, then it's just a 3-point play. If it hits a very good bonus card, it can be very valuable, but if I do just the card drawing thing, I produce 2, 6, 9 points again. That will be hard to beat for any bonus card that I could find. So that's a ton of tucks. Not a ton. We've seen more. But it's only 3 birds that surely did some heavy lifting. Yes, expected we tied. There I win only 1. Then let's see. Curious how many points they could generate. They have big birds. Gosh, 24 points ahead. This is probably not going to work out. I only have the tucks for compensation. Well, it might work out. Ooh, close. Very nice one. All right. So let's reflect on the house rule thing. So maned duck is 1 bird that's under observation, and it surely did a lot in this game. I think none of my other birds are in consideration for this round. Gallah is, and it also did had a heavy impact. Interesting. So now I will try to remember in which round we dropped these birds. Maybe I'll just watch my video in order to determine. And I thank you for watching. This has been a fun game. And we'll meet again in my next video, which will launch in a few days. Stay healthy, stay sane, and goodbye.